Welcome to our community. Susie Thomas with you this morning. Always a joy to welcome our next guest, Dolores Presley. Good morning.
Good morning, Susie. I'm delighted to be here.
Well, you always have so many irons in the fire. It's just unbelievable. But She Elevates is what we're talking about today, which you have been doing for how long now?
3 years. I thought of it maybe about 4 years ago and kind of dabbled, but 3 years we got really serious. And the last two, we have an office and really working hard at helping these little girls become leaders, to become confident, entrepreneurs, and even CEOs.
How did this idea come to you?
I had the opportunity when I was in fifth grade. So, well, think about that. I've been thinking about it many years. So at Lathrop Elementary, we had an opportunity to go to the Ohio Theater and visit the owner. And the owner took us out to dinner at Town and Country. So your listeners can age themselves, because that was...
Loved Town and Country.
Yes.
Absolutely, yes.
And he took us for the tour at Ohio Theater and taught us all about business. And I never forgot that. My parents didn't know about entrepreneurship or anything like that. But I went to college, became a teacher, but even during most of my teaching years, I owned a business. Started one of the first modeling agencies for plus-size women. So I did that. And always in the back of my mind, I said, I have to do something to teach little girls to become entrepreneurs. So as a keynote speaker, traveling the world, and then full circle back to my children, because I was an elementary school teacher at McGregor.
There's a different mindset, isn't there, as far as starting a business, being an entrepreneur, or having a job?
It is.
What's the difference in that mindset?
Yes.
Do we have to rewire our thinking, or how does a person start to think like an entrepreneur, or is that just in there and you just bring it out?
Well, I think I bring it out as well, because most of the little girls who are ages 8 to 14 to come into our program, they have no idea about entrepreneurship. So I won't say that it's like born with it or not, but you can definitely learn it. But first you have to understand the ownership part of it. It is you own it. It's not always easy, because an entrepreneur seems to work a lot.
That's an old joke. Like, I want to own my own business so I can only work half a day. And you get to decide which 12 hours every day that is.
Exactly. But the beauty of ownership is that you really can decide how many hours you want to work. That is one beauty of ownership. And then you never have to worry about being laid off or anything like that, because you own the business. But we also teach our girls to run companies. So if they don't want to be an entrepreneur, then we talk to them about running a company.
Be a CEO instead.
Yes.
Heck
We
yeah.
teach them to be girl bosses, but we teach them that it's not just bossing people around.
Yes.
It's bringing others success and significance.
Yes.
And Susie, when the girls, they go through the academy, we're at Stark State, and we have the academy coming up at Stark State in June of 2020. But they also do a little thing called She Tank. It's based around Shark Tank, but we call it She Tank.
Love it.
And they pitch their businesses. But the beautiful part about it, there was 2 girls, well, actually 4 girls in their different age groups. But we had 35 girls in there, so only 4 girls could win. But the other 31 girls ran up, hugged them, high-fived them.
How neat.
They weren't crying, because sometimes children, when they don't win, they were just such girl bosses.
Encouraging one another.
Yes, because we teach them to be confident. So they know that even if they didn't win or whatever, they still are okay with who they are. I love that they come out so confident. That's probably the best comments we get from parents, is that their daughter is beyond confident. They don't even recognize her after the second week.
And there is something about confidence that actually, when done right, makes you not think of yourself so much. It makes you think of others.
It does.
You're confident enough to just not worry about yourself and really encourage others instead.
That was so beautiful. That brought me to tears that day, because I'm like, wow,
Very
they're
cool.
high-fiving everyone.
Most little girls sell cookies or have a lemonade stand or something at some point during their childhood. What happens to us as girls that we lose that sense of being running a company or being an entrepreneur, launching something? What happens?
There was no She Elevates. No, that's just a joke.
That's right. You hadn't thought of this yet.
Right. But really, I think what happens is that most people are taught to get a good job, and that's great because there are many people who are not going to be entrepreneurs. But I don't think that it's in the forefront. And so that's what we're doing at She Elevates, making sure that girls have choices. And they can stay in our program until they're age 21, but they must come in between 8 and 14 through the academy. And then they can go to what we call the She Shadow experience, where they are mentored by women CEOs in the C-suite. It doesn't have to be a CEO, but the C-suite woman or a woman who owns a business. And that's a little bit different from a lot of career programs where people can go and visit the manager and all that, but we don't want them to do that. We want them to see the person who's running the company or running the business and spend time with them.
How do you partner with businesses to get women to say, sure, I'll have somebody shadow me?
Absolutely. They can go to our website, sheelevates.org. There is an application on there, and you can just apply for it, and we can have a young girl. And it's really only about, we're going to start it, I believe we changed it to October, but it's not a whole lot. You only have to connect with the girl maybe 4 times, and they don't always have, there's 2 of them that's in person. And then there's one day where the girl will come 2 to 3 hours actually at the location and spend time. So it's not really a whole lot.
When they're 8 to 14, what's happening? What kinds of things are you doing with these gals to just bring out what God put in there?
Yes, so we do a lot of things. We have like affirmations where we affirm things. They have the slogan with She Elevates where we're yelling, I am confident, I'm amazing, all those kinds of things. And we just I did just this past weekend, a couple of the girls, and they have crafts for kids. And so they have a box, which is amazing. They have this box, and they have, one of the little girl's brother was in the hospital and he was bored. And so while they were in She Elevates, they thought of doing this gift box for children. And we have another little girl who does T-shirts. And so Riley is her name. And she was also in the competition as the She Tank. And she said, they were like, well, what makes your T-shirts better? She says, because they're so comfortable. And then she says, because confidence is the new comfort. Susie, these little girls blow me away. She needs to trademark that. I keep telling her mother.
Yes.
Because can't you see a T-shirt, confidence is the new comfort? Oh, my goodness.
Yes. Hashtag.
Yes.
Awesome. So She Tank, then you ended up with 4. Can you tell us what won? What kinds of ideas did they come up with?
That won was actually both of them. The Crafts for Kids were part of the winners.
Oh, nice, yes.
But Thaya has BJ cards, and so she makes cards. But she made them all hand, and we taught her about you have to scale because what if you get an order for 100 cards?
Right.
So now, since then, with the money she won, she bought a machine. I don't know the name of the machine, but it helps her multiply the cards.
So she can actually do it once, and then the machine will help make as many as she needs of it. Yeah, smart.
Yes. So those young ladies are really still building their businesses. We keep them all year. We bring them to our office down at the One Center, and we have meetings with them to help them grow their business because there may be a parent that's listening to say, I would love my daughter in it, but I don't know anything about entrepreneurship. They don't have to know anything about it because we take the girls along the way and we help them build it after. So they're in June on every Friday all day. And after that, we have other meetings with the girls just to help them develop and grow their business. And we teach them about branding. And the other day we had a meeting and one of the little girls said, well, we're working on a prototype. I'm like, what? Prototype?
You said the word.
So we do teach them all the language and all that, but I was just so impressed that
to hear it come back. Yes. You wonder if they're paying attention. They are. It's okay if mom and dad don't know about being an entrepreneur. Dolores knows. So it's going to be fine. They're in good hands.
I have an amazing team that works with me. Jacqueline Scott is going to be running the academy this year, but just so amazing. And I was a teacher. And so we tell them that they do she work. So after every class, they have she work. And one little girl was like, oh, Mrs. Presley, that's homework. And I'm like, it is not homework. I said, so when is the last time you got paid for homework? And they were like, Yeah, that's right. I'm going to do my she work because of the potential to make money later.
Yeah. Now, these all take place at where again?
Stark State.
Okay. Stark State College.
Stark State College is a great supporter of us. Dr. Para Jones is just simply absolutely amazing.
That's right.
And her team has supported us, and we're so excited about it.
That's wonderful. You have a gala and awards event coming up. Tell me all about it.
We do, Susie. We have our annual fundraiser. It's going to be April 17th at the Cultural Center here in Canton, Ohio. We are so excited because we're just getting ready to announce the winners of the, well, I don't know if they're winners, but the honorees. I can't announce them quite yet. But
Okay.
Maybe I can because by the time.
Can you? This will air March 20th. Can you have said them?
Yes, I can.
Yay.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, then we want to hear exactly who they are. And again, She Elevates, equipping girls ages 8 to 14 to be confident leaders, entrepreneurs, and CEOs. And you know what? No matter what a child is wanting to do, who can't use a little more of this kind of skill building?
Yes.
You know, it really would be for everybody. Who
You know what?
is
I
going to
don't
be
know. My
be
chairman of this might get me if I announce. So, baby, I better wait.
Oh,
because
you
I'm
got me all
sorry, Bill.
excited.
I know.
Okay, that's all right.
Let me announce the two little girls. So
Please
we have
do.
3 adult women.
Okay.
So we have awards for the She Elevates Awards, the Women Leadership Award, the Community Elevation Award. Those are all
Awesome.
women that are honored. But we also have the Rising Courage Award, which goes to Logan Williams. She's out of
Yay,
Cleveland.
Logan.
Logan does some amazing things. And also McVale Bale, she is going to be the Rising Star Award.
Congratulations, McVale, as well. So describe those awards, because I love the name of them. So
Thanks.
take those two and tell us, like, what was it about those girls that fit them?
It's, you know what, I don't actually select. I have a committee that does that.
Nice.
But just like, for example, McVale she had 5 people nominate her.
Wow.
Can you, I don't think,
Wow.
well, we've only done it 3 years. But
And they may not have even known one another
Probably
was
not.
oh
Probably
my
not.
goodness.
But she's always doing
A
something.
standout.
And she's a part of the Crafts for Kids as well.
so
she's
neat.
always doing something for her community. And we teach them also how to talk and how to speak from their diaphragm. And I remember when I was teaching, a little girl said, Miss Presley teaches us to speak from our diagram. But
That too.
yes, but they are both girls are very articulate. Logan, she does things for the homeless. She put the whole group of blankets together and got donations and went out to the homeless.
Oh, my.
So these little girls, and they are little girls. They can only be between 8 and 18, but these girls, I would say around 9.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that
and
amazing?
they've got a heart for other people.
Already.
Using their skills and doing that already. Okay, Friday, April 17th, 7 to 10 at the Cultural Center for the Arts in North Canton. No, Market Avenue.
Market Avenue North.
Cultural Center,
Yes.
yes. Okay. How do we get tickets to attend this?
Well, they can go to sheelevates.org, of course. But Susie, we have a special guest.
We're gonna get talking
there?
about.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
So all they have to do is go to sheelevates.org, and they can get tickets right there.
Okay. And cost to attend?
$50.
Perfect. All right. Yes, it's going to be wonderful. And semi-formal and formal dress.
Yes.
So
yes.
wonderful.
Yes, we're just celebrating.
Yeah, it is.
Celebrate a
It's
woman,
celebrating
celebrate a
life.
girl.
It's celebrating
Yes.
these young ladies.
Absolutely.
So Michaela Ulmer is, for people who might not be familiar, tell us about her.
Michaela Ulmer is the poster child for what we're trying to teach
Yes.
our girls to be. She owns Me and the Bees Lemonade. She has been on Good Morning America, Today Show, Shark Tank. She pitched at Shark Tank, and Damian Johns decided to partner with her. Me and the Bees Lemonade. Around here, I think you can find it at Whole Foods. But it's going into Kroger's. It's in like 1,500 stores across the country. She's only 14 now. She started when she was age 4. Got stung by a bee,
goodness.
and now she is a CEO of a multi-million-dollar company.
Yes, and she will be the guest speaker that night.
She is the guest speaker, so we're so excited about that.
Just probably can go online and find more about her. Yes,
meandthebees.com.
Yeah, Me and the Bees. Michaela Ulmer will be here in town speaking.
Yes, on that day. And she's going to meet with a couple of our girls, so we're so excited about that. And we want girls to be able to attend, so if anyone want to donate tickets for little girls to attend,
that'd be
that
nice.
would be wonderful.
How can
and
they do
just
that?
Do the same thing, sheelevates.org.
Okay.
And when they order their tickets, just say it's a donation, and we will make sure a little girl gets it so
But
she can attend.
don't think it's a mistake when you see the information about this event and you say, wait, a special guest speaker? That's a child. Well, that's right. And CEO of a multi-million-dollar company
Yes.
at age 14.
Yes.
Too inspiring. Okay, we're going to be back with Dolores Presley after these words. You're listening to Our Community. Okay, we are back with Dolores Presley from She Elevates and here on Our Community. Dolores, you must feel so fulfilled getting to work with these young ladies. Tell me a few stories about some of the gals that you've gotten to work with.
I do. Just seeing these girls who had no idea about starting a business, that just makes me feel so good. And I had a parent who actually posted on Facebook. She says when her daughter comes home, and I think her daughter's like 10, but she has a 5-year-old. She says, and every day she comes and teaches the 5-year-old everything she learned in the academy. So that right there, I'm like, that
It's
just touches.
happening at home.
Yes. We can't wait. And now we had to adjust our curriculum because we had the little girls be in caps and gowns and they graduated. So now we have an alumni. So we are adjusting our curriculum for girls who want to come back, take them a little higher because we know they've learned some things and we don't want them. They'll do some of the same things, but we have a whole new track for alumni girls.
Wonderful.
Coming.
And again, this is open to everyone.
Everyone.
And they just contact you. Tell us that. Let's say the
Sure.
website again.
They can go on the website, sheelevates.org. There is an application for them to apply to be into the academy. The academy costs $200, but no one is turned down. So it doesn't matter about their income. If they need a scholarship, we're happy to give them a scholarship. But again, everyone has to apply. And the beauty of it is that we have young ladies whose parents really are not rich or anything, but we also have little girls whose parents are rich in there, and they all get together and hug and support each other. It really touches our heart. I had this, but I never visioned it to be so great the way it is, but we still need people to help support us. We need funders. You can't do anything without funders.
Right.
Because I want the girls to go like on a field trip, maybe to New York City, to some big female-owned company. So that is my vision for it to be all, I think big, Susie.
I love
to
how
be
you
all
say.
over the world. So let's start with Canton, Ohio. Then we'll
Okay.
move probably to Cleveland and just branch out. But we need the support of people to make this happen for
How
these
can
little
people do
girls.
that? Of course, we want to attend on April 17th.
Yes.
So definitely want to attend that. And just to hear that speaker is going to be so much fun.
It's going to
and
be
then you get
incredible.
to see young ladies. Are you still taking nominations or that's all settled
That's
now?
all settled
It's
now.
all settled.
Yes.
And then you get to see the gals and the adults get
Yes.
awarded that night,
Yes.
April 17th. Going to be very cool. They're at the Cultural Center in Canton. And for more information, go to sheelevates.org.
And they can directly email us at
Okay.
assist@sheelevates.org.
If you want to be a donor.
If you want to be a donor, if you just want more information, if you want to be a volunteer, we need volunteers because we have a lot of different events. We have another event called Confidence, Cupcakes, and Conversations. That's going to be in September. And another thing that touches your heart. So we talked about bullying, human trafficking, and of course, confidence. But a little girl got up and stood and said, I never realized that I am the bully.
Oh,
and
my.
then she said something like, I have to say, right now I'm saying goodbye to my old self. Now, this is like a 10-year-old. So I'm just telling you the stories. It kind of gives me God bumps when I think about how much we are helping girls. But we want to help more girls. We're a little limited right now, but we're going to take hopefully 50 to 60 girls in the academy this year.
Oh,
so
wonderful. Okay, well, we want to make sure that there's funding available for scholarships if scholarships are necessary. So you can, again, go to sheelevates.org and plan to attend April 17th. What kinds of volunteer opportunities are you talking about?
Yes, working with the actual girls because it takes a lot of team to be at the academy. Same thing with doing our confidence event. It takes a lot of volunteers for that. And we also have space for people to volunteer in the office. If they are good at writing, we need writers. We need people to do our newsletter, write that or put it together, social media. It's just a lot of opportunities to volunteer. So
absolutely. You need a pretty much strong volunteer staff to work with us.
We do.
Everyone
are
located
is volunteered, including myself. We're all volunteers.
Where are you located?
It's 901 Tuscarawas East in Canton, and it's called the One Center for Leadership. The One Center for Leadership. If you'd like to come in and visit, it has a lot of companies in there. It has for-profit, Have you had a chance to get there, Susan?
Rachel Hunk has been on here talking about it. Yes.
So if you haven't had a chance to get there, we've been there for about a year and a half now. And
what a perfect place. It's a perfect fit for what you're doing and what they're doing.
Perfect. It has all kinds of meeting space. Oh, it's just amazing. We
wonderful.
love it. We feel so blessed to be at the One Center.
Yes, it's perfect. That's great. Well, you can certainly teach young ladies about speaking because you do it everywhere, all around the country. I don't know how you keep your schedule straight, Dolores. How do you do this?
Well, help with my assistant, Vicki. Thank you so much, Vicki, for helping. But I have slowed down a little bit with the keynote speaking because God commissioned me to do She Elevates. And so I was like, and God said, matter of fact, Susie, I had sold a whole new program that I teach women because I'm all about empowering women and girls. But mostly it was women and working for like Coca-Cola, Ford, all kind of companies. But God said to me, give the money back. And I was like, God, you're kidding.
What? Did I hear that right?
Right. You are kidding me. Give the money back for this program and focus on She Elevates. And I did exactly that. And so that's what I'm doing now. I'm still available for some keynote speaking, but I don't do it as much because God has said, you got to do it, girl. And anything that God tells me, I'm on it.
Want to follow those instructions for sure.
Yes.
Can we find you online? Do you have a YouTube channel or anything, or any of your messages for people that we can follow?
Absolutely. So I'm on all social medias at Dolores Presley. Also,
and spell it because it's spelled maybe a little differently.
It is. And they can go to my website. So it's DELORESPRESSLEY. And my website is DoloresPresley.com. So they can go there and find out what I do. I have YouTube. I have all that stuff. I've been so blessed on Oprah. I've spoken for kings and queens. It's just, and a young girl from Lathrop Elementary, which was, I didn't even know I was poor. My mom and dad did a great job. But the fact, it doesn't matter about your background. It doesn't matter that what has happened to you. You can rise above. You can elevate. And that's what we're all about. Elevating women, elevating girls.
Inspires the next generation. So since She Elevates wasn't around for you, where on earth did this come from? Where did you learn it?
I am often asked that question. Even my mother, God rest her soul, she's like, where did you come from? But she doesn't know that how much she inspired me. So I was fat when I was little. I was relentlessly teased. I'm still big. But the point is
You're
mother
gorgeous. Come on.
Thank you. But I was teased so bad. But I think it fueled me. And my mother would always say, Dolores, stand tall. You're beautiful. And so that helped. And so if you don't have my mom, which you don't, but you have yourself. So you can tell yourself, come on, stand tall, Susie. Love who you are. You are amazing. And I think that has helped me. And as I travel around the country telling women, because I wanted to be a ballerina, they told my mom I was too fat. I didn't get to do that. But guess what? Guess how old I was, Susie, when I took ballet? I did take it. 60. I was 60 years old.
I love that.
When I took ballet.
I love that.
Because dreams do not come with age limits.
No, that's right.
And I still did it. And they told me that I wasn't college material, and I ended up going to school. I mean, I had to commute to Akron U, but I did it. I taught elementary school for 27 years. I ran a business for 25 of those 27 years.
I have a feeling that famous last words are to say to you, you can't.
I love it. That fuels me,
Yeah,
boy, baby.
that lights that fire.
Yes, it does.
And don't say that unless you want to see it happen.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's
absolutely.
just so cool. So what was the first thing? I mean, you became a teacher for sure, but when did Dolores Presley become a brand?
Yes, the entrepreneur bug hit me when I read a magazine like, oh my goodness, let's see, I've been married for 41 years. So I think maybe 40 years ago, I was visiting California and I saw a magazine called Big Beautiful Woman. And I said, I can do that. But Susie, it was very hard. 40 years ago, plus size modeling, plus size women feeling really good about themselves.
It was a new thing.
It was a new thing and a very, very hard thing. But I said, I can start a business teaching women to love who they are. What does your dress size have to do with you loving yourself?
Amen.
Nothing.
That's right.
That's what I did, and that gave me the bug, and I was ever just going from there.
But you kind of think of that idea. Were you the first? The first to come up with that?
I was really one of the first, kind of like a pioneer of the plus size industry.
Truly, and way more women would be wanting to and fit that description and wanting to wear those kinds of clothes that confidently than the people who weigh 84 pounds. Those don't exist.
They really don't. The average size woman is a size 14.
There you go.
But still, women were, when I did it, now it's better now, but when I would go up to a beautiful, tall, voluptuous woman and tell her she could be a model, well, first of all, people hadn't hardly heard of it. So they would be like, lady, get back. There's no way. But once I convinced them, and I had to, Jane Skinner was a modeling school here in Canton is where I went.
I remember that, yeah.
And basically no one was plus size. They were absolutely young when I learned. But when you want to do something, no matter what, you can follow through. Is it going to be hard? Absolutely. I was a full-time teacher, but I still took lessons to learn how to model, and then I taught other women how to model.
So awesome.
Yes.
Well, you started something. There's a trend for sure, because go in any mall now, any store now, and you will see multiple. God made us in all shapes and sizes, and it's all beautiful.
That's for sure.
And now you see more realistic looking models in the stores.
Yes.
As mannequins is the word I'm searching for.
It is
They have realistic mannequins now that in all shapes and sizes. It's refreshing to see, is it not?
It is so refreshing. It is so refreshing. Our girls worked for Ford. They were in Ford. They were at Higbee's, which is now Dillard's. We've been in Essence, Marie Claire, Glamour magazine, all from Canton, Ohio.
Love it.
I don't even, grace of God help me with all of that. I do recognize that.
That's so good. He is good, isn't
Yes,
he?
he is.
Oh, my
Amen.
goodness. Well, and you are a gift. I love what you are doing here. So She Elevates, and this is taking place on Friday, April 17th, 7 to 10 at the Canton Cultural Center for the Arts. Go to sheelevates.org for all the information. $50 a person, and it just supports such an amazing cause. You're going to have a wonderful evening. Get to hear from 14-year-old Michaela Ulmer, who is the CEO of Me and the Bees. And if you have not heard of that, go online and find out and be amazed.
Be amazed. I like that, Susie. Be amazed. Yes, it's our fundraiser, and we're just so excited and to honor women and girls.
And we'll be celebrating some local gals at the same time. All righty, here it goes. She Elevates. Dolores Presley, thank you so much for all you do in our community.
Oh, God bless you. Thank you.
Boom.
All right. Thanks.
Perfect. All righty.
I appreciate you contacting